What's going on, guys? It's your boy Dom Kemp, and this is the last podcast of the evening. It is 11 o'clock here in Colorado. So, guys, we're going to be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Portland Trailblazers, guys. The Pelicans actually edged out a victory. Anthony Davis, an absolute menace in this game, and the Portland Trailblazers didn't have any way to really stop him. So I have to give credit to the Pelicans for getting this victory. 97-95 the final score. Not a bad showing from the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's actually look at the box score just to make sure that we're doing things right out here, guys. So Nikola Mirotic, 40 minutes played, 6 for 15 from the field, 4 for 10 from three-point range. That's 40%. And 11 rebounds, 2 steals, and 4 blocks. Absolute menace in this game, playing the power forward position. I believe that Anthony Davis was playing center this game since Boogie Cousins is out with that Achilles tear. 16 points for Mirotic, absolutely insane. We move down to Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, an absolute monster tonight. 41 minutes, 14 for 26, 0 for 2 from three-point range, 7 for 9 from free throw, 14 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 blocks, 35 points. He did get a double-double. He was doing work, guys. Anthony Davis, and they edged out a victory against Damian Lillard and his Trailblazers. So pretty interesting looking at that. Moving down to Moore. He's actually a small forward for the team. 27 minutes, 2 for 4 from the field. He didn't really have that much else. He had 4 points, though. So, guys, not that great of a game from Moore, the small forward for the Pelicans. Rondo actually played 39 minutes, 3 for 9 from the field. He's never been a good shooter. 8 rebounds, but 17 assists. So, he definitely was dishing the rock this game. He was passing that rock up. He did not want to take a lot of shots, and I do not blame him, especially if you can get those types of points. Get those types of assists. Sorry about that. Get those types of assist. It's a long night. Sorry, guys. 6 points and 17 assists for Rondo. Julian Holiday, 39 minutes as well, same as Rondo. 10 for 20 from the field, 1 for 5 from 3, so not the best three-point shooting output. 7 rebounds, not that many assists, only 2. And he did have 21 points, guys. So not bad with 3 players scoring in double digits, scoring in the starting lineup for the Pelicans. That's what edged out that narrow victory. But we do go to the bench. And Ian Clark, I think, their shooting guard, 25 minutes played, 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point range. He had 10 points, guys. So that is the most a player has scored off the Pelicans bench in this one. So not really that bad, but definitely something they can build off of. Looking at the team stats for the Pelicans, 41 for 86 from the field, 47.7%. That is exactly what it is. 8 for 24 from three-point range, so not a good three-point shooting game from this team. 33%. 3-3-3, 7 for 10 from the free throw line, so 70%. Not that many free throws and not that many fouls in this game as well, and that also totaled to 97 points, where they edged out a 2-point victory of the Trailblazers. Moving down to the Trailblazers and looking at their box score, we're going to look at what and how they balanced it all out. Now Farouk Aminu, 30 minutes played, 3 for 7 from the field, 1 for 5 from three-point range. Not the best shooting three-point wise, but he did try to make up for it in his field goal. 7 points in this game. Not the best, but he did also have 7 rebounds. So have to give Farouk Aminu a little bit of credit there. He's working the boards as the power forward for the team. Move down to Evan Turner, the small forward, 30 minutes played, 6 for 15 from the field, 1 for 4 from three-point range. He did also have 7 rebounds, but he did also have 4 turnovers. So, guys, that was pretty costly for the team in the end. 13 points for Evan Turner. Jusuf Nurkic, 25 minutes played, 3 for 7 from the field, 5 for 5 from free throws, 11 rebounds. So, as well as 11 points. So he had a double-double in this game. That is their center. That is the Trailblazers center, Jusuf Nurkic. He actually used to play on the Denver Nuggets, so it's kind of crazy seeing him in a Trailblazers uniform. Interesting, very interesting. Maybe I'm thinking about Jokic, but I think Nurkic played on the Nuggets. I'm not quite sure about that. Let's see. Damian Lillard played 42 minutes in this game, 6 for 23 from the field, 4 for 9 from three-point range, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Wasn't really attacking the basket, or he was attacking the basket and did not get those foul calls for him. He also, though, had 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and 18 points, guys. So a pretty balanced game for Damian Lillard, just not the best shooting from the field for him. Definitely not his greatest night, even though he played the most minutes on the court between both teams. 42 minutes, 6 for 23 from the field. That is not good at all, but he definitely tried to make up for it with his rebounds and assists, and as well as his defensive performance and steals. CJ McCollum, 38 minutes played, 7 for 18 from the field. Not a great shooting night for him. 4 for 10 from three-point range, so it was a little bit better at 40%. And the rest is 19 points. That's all he was looking at. He is the leading scorer for the Trailblazers in this one, even though they lost. Looking at the player who scored the most on the bench, and it's not really a big margin. It looks like Collins, the center off the bench, ended up playing 22 minutes, 3 for 8 from the field, 1 for 4 from three-point range, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 2 steals as well off the bench and 8 points, guys. So not the best bench play by the Trailblazers. Maybe if they got a little bit better bench play, they might have had an better opportunity of winning. But guys, I'm telling you, Anthony Davis, he's the man. It's almost impossible to stop somebody like that, especially since he's so consistent as well, around the basket, near the basket, blocking shots, getting steals. He does it all. He rebounds as well, so that's the main thing you want in a power forward / center on your team. Looking at the field goal percentage, it looks like this is what was the Portland Trailblazers' downfall in this one. 37 for 98 from the field, 37.8%, 12 for 39 from three-point range, 30.8%, 9 for 12 from the free throw line, 75%, not the best, but definitely not the worst. And they just ended with 95 points, guys. So only losing by 2. It's a closer game than it actually looked in the box score, so pretty interesting. But, guys, that is it. That is the end of this evening's NBA news, NBA box score of the NBA playoffs. I told you guys I will be covering the playoffs in every single game. That's my goal, guys. And I just want to let you guys know to stay tuned for tomorrow, where we have the Milwaukee Bucks playing the Boston Celtics, the Indiana Pacers against the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Utah Jazz versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Houston Rockets, guys. I will be covering all those games, so definitely stay tuned for more. If you went on to enjoying this podcast, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new for more Dom Kemp Sports Podcast content of the NBA playoffs, guys. I will be covering every single game as I can with these great players on every single team that have pushed for the playoffs. So definitely a great opportunity to cover the playoffs and see how they do down the road. Thank you for listening, guys, and I hope you guys do have a wonderful night. That is it. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Wow.